If your dinner plan starts with a heat lamp, you might want to hear this first. We're digging into 7 big-name grocery chains where the rotisserie shortcut is often a salt-loaded, day-old gamble. Let's start with Walmart, the 14-hour bird that sits and sweats, and why that shiny glaze can hide unsafe temps and sodium solutions. Then we'll hit Costco's size-and-saline play, and the quiet tricks other chains use to make dry chicken look fresh. By the end, you'll know the danger signs in the case and the safe way to bring home real chicken, not a staged prop. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not,
Your chicken will last for up to 4 days in the fridge or 4 months in the freezer. Cut it in pieces and wrap them tightly or store in a covered container.
CR says the best time of day to grab a chicken's between about 4 and 7 p.m.
Costco rotisserie chicken, the savior of weeknight dinners. This cheap and easy staple has been a Costco all-star for years, but you still might not know all the hacks, tips, and secrets behind how it's made and how you can use it.
While Costco isn't the only player in the rotisserie chicken game, they're taking steps to go above and beyond their competition. Since they started selling, they've invested in larger, high-efficiency ovens and containers made with less plastic.
more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. You walk in for a fast dinner, but that shiny bird might have been dozing under a lamp since before sunrise. Let's start with the promise that pulls you in. Cheap, hot, ready to eat. The truth is, that promise relies on a system you do not see. Big batch cook in the early hours, stack the cases, and hold. Lunch rush hits, some sell, the rest sit. By the time you get off work, the case looks full and glowing. That glow does not mean fresh. It means staged. Here is where the pattern gets slippery. Fresh trays go on top. Older trays get tucked below.
In fact, the chicken is so cheap, it doesn't seem like Costco could even make money selling them. And yet, Costco continues to sell them for $4.99, while their competitors have raised prices. The centrally located state was chosen in part because of the large corn and soybean production there, which will save Costco on feed costs. That's important because they're going to have a lot of chickens to feed.
Amazing aroma, costs around $5 and is bound to make your life easier. Time's up. Store-made rotisserie chicken. But as Consumer Reports explains, beneath that golden brown skin could be sodium, and a lot of it.
The newest birds catch your eye and leave first. The ones with miles on them linger. No one has to lie. The setup does the talking. You reach for the top row because it looks right. But the lower shelf tells a different story. That is not an accident. It is rotation working against you. Take a simple run at 6 p.m. You grab the top tray. The skin looks lacquered. Steam kisses the lid. But look down a shelf and the signs stack up. Wrinkled skin, where the fat has rendered and dried. Cloudy liquid pooled at the bottom. A mix of juices and melted glaze that sat too long. The sheen goes dull, not crisp. The clock has been ticking all day. By dinner time, you are not buying roast chicken. You are buying time under a lamp. Safe holding is not just hot. It is hot enough and steady. Food safety rules draw a clear line for hot hold. When the cabinet dips below that zone, even for short spells, you create room for bacteria to wake up and multiply. A deli case that opens all day, that gets refilled, that has doors swinging, is prone to swings. You cannot see that on the label. You feel it later, when a bird that should be piping hot is only warm to the touch. A heat lamp is like a seat warmer. It makes you feel warm, but it does not finish the drive. It cannot reverse dryness. It cannot reset time. Once the moisture leaves the muscle, the lamp just keeps going, slowly tightening the texture and dulling the flavor. You end up with meat that pulls stringy, skin that goes leathery, and pockets of warm and cool instead of an even, safe heat.
Costco first began selling their $4.99 chicken in 2009, and it was an instant hit. Just a year later, Costco sold 51 million rotisserie chickens, and by 2017, that number was up to 87 million. It's also worth noting that rotisserie chickens aren't the only products Costco has said they'll keep at these insanely super low prices.
Costco is facing a lawsuit over its popular rotisserie chickens. A group of shareholders filed the lawsuit against the company over its treatment in raising chickens.
Literally.
To keep the birds moist and tasty, they are often injected with a solution that can include sugar, processed ingredients, and unfortunately a lot of sodium.
Then there is the salt load. These birds are often injected with a sodium solution and dusted heavy with seasoning, so the taste is loud and the meat feels juicier than it is. That brine does a job. It holds water and keeps flavor even from batch to batch. But one serving can take a big bite out of your daily salt budget. If you eat the skin and dark meat like most people do, you are stacking that total fast. It is convenient, but you pay for it with a thirst that hits later and a label that reads like a warning. So what do you look for right now to keep control? Start with the texture of the skin. Tight and glossy is fine. Wrinkled and patchy means it has waited. Check the liquid in the bottom. Clear and light is okay. Cloudy and milky says long hold. Scan the timestamps. If you see mixed stickers or hand-marked times that do not line up, that is a red flag. Press the container gently. If it feels lukewarm, not hot, walk away.
Customers coming through the door looking for chicken, which is why Costco keeps their chickens all the way in the back of the store. Many other chains use the same strategy of luring customers into their stores with cheap, delicious chicken. People need a reason to make their trek to Costco, and what's a better reason than a quick and tasty low-cost dinner that's ready to serve?
The suit also says the chickens are bred too quickly, and they are unable to stand on their own, and that they die from hunger, thirst, injury, and illness.
Rotisserie chickens from the grocery store are tasty, convenient, and inexpensive. And chicken is a high-protein, low-saturated fat meat. But don't assume all rotisserie birds are a good choice. Consumer Reports nutritionists say you might be surprised at what goes into some rotisserie chickens.
Flip to the nutrition panel. High sodium per serving is a clue that the brine is doing the heavy lifting. The real kicker is that none of this takes more than a few seconds in front of the case. You do not need a thermometer or a lab coat. You need your eyes, your hand, and the label. When the signs stack up, wrinkled skin, cloudy pooled liquid, mixed time stamps, a lukewarm container, and a sodium number that looks like a mistake, you are not saving time or money. You are buying a problem. Now let's move on to how other chains play the same volume game with different shortcuts and the quick moves that keep you in charge, not the hot case. The real kicker is simple.
Cooked chickens are going to go bad faster, and they want to keep them at a price point that'll make sure they're continuously going out the door.
The suit alleges Costco subjects chickens to cruel deaths in violation of state laws.
Chicken experience than you might get from a boutique dealer.
The chicken you'll be enjoying tonight.
You have this information. This is fantastic.
Absolutely. His name was Colin.
Convenience without control hands you time-worn meat, a salt bomb, and a lot of guesswork you do not need. You can do better in 30 seconds at the case. Choose birds with clear, recent time stamps, steady heat you can feel through the container, and labels that spell out ingredients and sodium. Or roast at home with simple seasoning and a thermometer. Hit 165 degrees Fahrenheit in the thickest part, and you own the result. If this gave you something to chew on, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone. Next, we compare how the other big chains juggle volume, salt, and shortcuts.